Before we start the video, guys, I want to thank you so much for the amazing support you've given me throughout my Pro League matches. Because of this, I've started a giveaway with Skin Baron where one lucky winner can get a €75 voucher that can be used on any skin or knife or whatever you may wish to have. To win, you have to retweet my tweet, you have to like my tweet, you have to comment on the tweet, and what you have to comment is the amount of merch icons that show up throughout the video. Now pay close attention and let's start the countdown. So have at it, guys, and thank you for watching. Hello guys, my name is NaToSaphiX, and today we have another video. This time it is a bit of a recap of ESL Pro League, which I've just participated in with Complexity. I'm gonna do this in one go, so let's see how it goes. If you notice me looking to the side, it's because I've got all the matches here that I played, just so that I can make sure to remember them. We obviously started out with Forza, or Force, or however, the Russian team, which was supposed to be the easiest team in our group. It's worth to note that I showed up in Serbia, where the team was, about 2 days before our first match. So we had very limited practice. Coming in to play against top tier opposition, which I haven't played I guess since last year when I also played with Complexity. Going into like such a tough opponent, I think like Forza is one of my most hated teams to play against, I guess. Like I really like their players, they're all really nice, but I think the players are really hard to play against. Basically being thrown right into, Pro League with very limited practice was very hard. I still think I did an okay job, but I would say this was probably my weakest match. We ended up losing, unfortunately, 2-1, very close match. We should have won the first match, like the first map, Mirage, but we lost like 3 or 4 1-on-3s and I think both pistols, so very tough matchup. Now in the second match we played against Sinners, and I think Sinners had just beat G2 the day before, 2-1. So we knew this was going to be a tough match, even though Sinners were not the best rated team. And we knew as well that this was a must win, because if we lost this, we would most likely not be in contention for the playoff spot. We would have to beat then G2, VP and OG all in a row, which would be insanely hard. So this was a must win for us, and we ended up winning 16-12 on the first map, 16-14 on the second map. I think I did much better here. I was really calm. I actually changed my settings from 4:3 to Full HD, which is what I've probably played the most in my career. This gave me like an extra calmness where my duels felt slower, and so I was just in general more relaxed when I was playing. So this was something that I think actually made a big difference, and I think I actually played a really good match. I remember especially on Nuke, one of the later rounds, I think actually it was like the first weapon round in the second half, like called that we should push ramp, and we did, and I got a free kill and we fell back, and I think we might have even lost the round, but I did some good like calls as well, and I think just I was doing a good job helping out the team with more than just locking down my position. So that was a really nice match to play. Then afterwards we played against G2, and G2 had lost at this moment both of their opening games, so we knew we had a chance, but this was still a really tough match. We started out with Vertigo. I believe it was our map pick, but unfortunately we lost a very close affair, 16-13. Then we went on to Mirage, where we won 16-12. And then we went to DOS 2, where we were up, I believe, 11-1 on the CT side. After that, we lost the round, we lost the next. We got the, we ran out of money basically. We lost, it became 11-4. I believe we lost the pistol as well. And so the match started getting pretty sketchy. I think they even came up to like 13-11 or 13-12, something like that. But in the last few rounds, I think personally I had some really key rounds. Like I was getting an entry out long in one of the late rounds. I was in many of the clutches, like not 1 versus X situations, but like 2 versus something, 3 versus something, and every time I had really big impact, getting a kill, getting traded right after, winning a 2-on-2 on the B side with Benya, like Blemef. And then I believe I also had like a 2-on-3 with Justin, JKS, over on A bomb side shortly after. So I had huge impact in the late rounds, and I really needed that because I had a very rough start to this match. Like it's when you go from basically playing bad teams or even just playing FACEIT to playing against the best teams in the world, on positions you are not so familiar with, it's really, really tough. But I'm very happy with how I performed throughout this tournament, I have to be honest. Then we played Mirage versus Virtus Pro the next day, and now we had 2 wins and 1 loss, meaning that if we won versus Virtus Pro, the way the head-to-head had happened, we were very likely going to qualify for playoffs. So this was basically, the G2 match was like a must-win, pretty much, because we had a really good chance of making playoffs then, but we could secure it tonight by beating Virtus Pro. And started out on Mirage, we lost 16-10, we played awful, not playing together, people being scared, like not anyone in particular, but just all of us not really feeling the game, and we lost that quite big, 16-10 as I said, but I think the match felt more dominant than that. Then we went to Dust 2, and I personally had a really rough start to this match from what I remember, because the way VP play is they have Jame locking down the rotations a lot, and when you're playing B rotation and having to rotate A, you are always afraid of Jame being somewhere and holding an angle. So I think in this one, on Dust 2 as well, I think we actually again had quite a comfortable lead on CT, even though I didn't have much impact. But it again became a super close affair. We won 16-14, and again in the late rounds I had a lot of impact, like towards the end of the second half. Winning clutches, getting really important kills. So even though I had a really rough start to the map, I actually came back and won basically the key rounds towards the end, which meant everything to me. Otherwise we would have been out 2-0 in a really important game. Then we went to Overpass, and here I had a really, really strong start. I think I just throughout this whole Overpass was playing really good, honestly, and it was just like a match where the pressure was on. VP is a really, really good Overpass team, and towards the later stages, I remember there was a 2 versus 2 clutch with me and BlameF at 14-13 to them, and BlameF was like a few steps ahead of me, and he was running in front. And I thought, okay, if this guy is running in front, he must really trust me. And that was basically all it took. I ended up in a 1 versus 2 clutch versus, I believe, Jame and maybe Ikina or something. And I won it to put us at 14-14. Next round, BlameF gets an insane ace on the A bomb side to put us on 15-14, completely pops off. And we win at 16-14. We qualify for the playoffs, and it was just an incredible feeling. Then we went to OG. And I don't remember this match too well, just the fact that we lost, and I don't think it was so super close. I remember one specific round on Nuke though, at the end, where I was boosted ramp. I called for that immediately in the round, and they come out ramp. I believe this was the last round even on Nuke. I killed 2 with just an MP9. Poison trades the guy who kills me, and Poison gets traded, so it's now a 3 versus 2, and unfortunately we lose it. We lose the last map of the series, and we lost. But at this point it was obviously upsetting to lose a match, but we were qualified for playoffs, so that was basically the most important thing. The last match, unfortunately, in playoffs, this first match of playoffs, but also the last, was against Vitality. We started out on Vertigo and we lost 16-6. I had again a really rough start. I think I had 0-0-7 or something like that, 0-0-8 maybe. But again I came kind of back. I didn't have like a completely horrible game. And then on the second map we had Overpass. I think I had 9-0-0, so a really, really good score from the start of the game. And we ended up winning it quite comfortably, 16-9. I had so many impact kills. I think I played a really, really good match. And then we went to Mirage, which, unfortunately, on the whole CT side, they avoided me on B. I again had a really rough start, I think 2-13 or something like that. And then on the CT pistol, I even, the second half pistol when I was T, I even miss a guy in the back. And we get behind, I think 13-3 or something like that. It was awful. The whole time thinking that I've had such a rough match and now the game is so one-sided, I probably won't even be able to get a chance to come back into it. But just a few rounds later, I win a 1 versus 2 versus Suvo and Kyogen, I believe. And ever since that I kind of got going. I got some nice kills, but in the end it was unfortunately not enough. I lose a very close clutch with like a split second plant that I missed. Had I won that, might have actually won the game and made the comeback happen. So pretty sad, but all in all, very happy with my own performance, really happy with how far we made it. And I just want to thank Perplexity for giving me the opportunity. It was really an amazing time, and memories and moments I will cherish forever. And thank you so much, guys, for watching the video. Before you leave, make sure, by the way, to check out my NaToSaphiX collection. We have shirts, we have caps, we have hoodies, we have all sorts of nice stuff, and honestly, the quality is really good. I wouldn't say it if I didn't mean it. So yeah, if it's something for you, you should definitely check it out. It would make me really happy to see you at the next event wearing a shirt with my name on it. You can bet your ass that I'm gonna come over and say hi and get a picture. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I really do appreciate it, and enjoy the rest of your day.